Today we are going to delve into the Stoic principles and learn how we can apply them in our daily lives to remain steadfast in the face of adversity and not let anything disturb us. First teaching: listen twice as much as you speak in his wise teachings. Epicurus invites us to reflect on the importance of active listening in our daily interactions. He reminds us that we have 2 ears and only 1 mouth, indicating that we should value the art of listening more than that of speaking. By practicing attentive and empathetic listening, we open doors to learning and mutual understanding. The practice of active listening allows us to grasp not only the words spoken, but also the emotions and intentions behind them. This requires patience, attention, and a genuine interest in what the other person has to say. When we truly listen, we demonstrate respect and consideration, which strengthens our relationships and promotes an environment of trust and collaboration. Epicurus reminds us that wisdom comes not only from our own experiences and thoughts, but also from the experiences and perspectives of others. By listening more than we speak, we broaden our worldview and acquire new knowledge. This process of absorbing and assimilating others' knowledge enriches us and helps us grow in a more balanced and complete way. Furthermore, by actively listening, we exercise humility. We acknowledge that we don't know everything and that there is always something new to learn from each person we encounter. This humility is a crucial step towards personal development and towards seeking a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Therefore, listening twice as much as we speak is a practice that leads us to authentic growth. We steer away from the temptation of being enamored with our own voice and make room to welcome and learn from the experiences, thoughts, and perspectives of those around us. Epicurus encourages us to value these interactions and to constantly seek learning through true listening, thus promoting a richer and more meaningful life. Second teaching: be prepared to fail. In his Stoic philosophy, Epicurus teaches us that failure should not be seen as an obstacle but rather as a unique opportunity for progress and improvement. Often, we fear failure and being judged as incompetent, but by embracing failure as a natural part of the path to success, we can learn valuable lessons. Stoic philosophy invites us to adopt a mindset of acceptance and resilience in the face of failure. This means understanding that error is inevitable and inherent to the human condition. When we accept this reality, we free ourselves from the paralyzing fear of failure and allow ourselves to experiment, innovate, and grow. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is under our control, our actions and reactions, and to see mistakes as opportunities to adjust our course and improve our skills. Failure is a powerful form of feedback. Each failure offers insights into what didn't work and suggests alternative paths. Instead of seeing failure as a barrier, Stoics encourage us to see it as a signpost, guiding us towards more effective approaches. This transformative view allows us to face challenges with a positive and productive perspective. Moreover, failure teaches us humility. It reminds us that we are imperfect and that learning is a continuous process. This humility is essential for personal growth, as it keeps us open to new ideas and willing to seek help and guidance when needed. By recognizing our limitations, we develop the courage to try again and the perseverance to overcome difficulties. Stoics also emphasize the importance of learning to deal with the emotions that accompany failure. Feelings of frustration, shame, or discouragement are natural but should not dominate our reaction to error. Instead, we should approach them with equanimity, accepting them as part of the human experience and using them to strengthen our emotional resilience. Just as a diamond needs to be polished through pressure and friction, our failures shape us and propel us towards excellence. Each challenge overcome makes us stronger and more prepared to face future obstacles. By failing with courage and determination, we cultivate a growth mindset that allows us to turn adversity into opportunities for personal development. Therefore, be ready to fail with courage and determination, for it is in overcoming adversity that we find true strength and inner growth. Stoic philosophy teaches us that by embracing failure as part of the learning and improvement process, we become more resilient, wise, and prepared to achieve our goals with authenticity and confidence. Third teaching, always expect the worst. Always expecting the worst is not about being pessimistic, but rather about adopting a realistic stance towards life. Epicurus challenges us to consider that what we fear most may actually have already happened. By recognizing this unsettling truth, we are compelled to develop coping strategies and adapt to the uncertainties of the future. This approach is known as premeditatio malorum in Stoicism, which means the premeditation of evils. It is a practice in which we anticipate potential adversities, not to sink into worries, but to prepare ourselves mentally and emotionally. By visualizing the worst-case scenario, we become familiar with it and thus diminish its power to surprise and shake us. By practicing the premeditation of evils, we cultivate psychological and emotional resilience. This resilience is the ability to quickly recover from difficulties, adapt to changes, and move forward, even in the face of the toughest challenges. Through this practice, we develop a kind of mental buffer that helps us absorb life shocks with more serenity. This shift in perspective allows us to face challenges with an attitude of acceptance and readiness. By considering that the worst may have already passed or is a real possibility, we force ourselves to create contingency plans and strengthen our problem-solving skills. This doesn't mean living in a constant state of alertness, but rather being prepared to act effectively when difficulties arise. Moreover, accepting the possibility of the worst helps us to appreciate moments of tranquility more and to be grateful for what we have. When we recognize that adversity is an inevitable part of life, we learn to cherish the good things more intensely and not to take them for granted. This provides us with greater peace of mind and a sense of emotional balance. Accepting that the worst may have already passed also frees us from paralyzing fear. When we face our fears head-on and prepare for them, they lose some of their power over us. This acceptance gives us the confidence to face life with courage and determination, knowing that we are capable of dealing with whatever adversities may arise. Therefore, always expecting the worst is not an exercise in pessimism, but a strategy for living more consciously and preparedly. Epicurus teaches us that by accepting uncertainty and preparing for it, we strengthen our ability to face life's turbulence with serenity and confidence. By cultivating this mindset, we become more resilient, balanced, and ready to live fully, regardless of circumstances. Fourth teaching, understanding Epicurus' Stoic philosophy regarding the dangers of fortune. Reflection on the unrestrained pursuit of material wealth. Epicurus' Stoic philosophy invites us to deeply reflect on the impacts of the unrestrained pursuit of material wealth. In a world where the accumulation of possessions and the pursuit of financial success are often seen as measures of personal fulfillment, Epicurus warns us of the hidden dangers that accompany this journey. The obsession with wealth can lead to a life centered on external goals, neglecting the importance of inner development and emotional well-being. New dangers and unexpected challenges. Upon acquiring the coveted fortune, we often find ourselves surrounded by new dangers and unexpected challenges. Wealth brings with it a complex set of problems that can undermine our peace of mind. Managing large sums of money, constant fear of financial loss, and pressure to maintain or increase this wealth can become significant sources of stress. Additionally, wealth can create a barrier between us and others, isolating us socially and emotionally. Influence of money on our character and moral values. The influence of money on our character and moral values becomes evident as we approach material abundance. The possession of wealth can test our integrity in unexpected ways. Financial power can lead us to make decisions that compromise our ethical principles, seeking personal gain at the expense of values we once considered non-negotiable. The allure of money can distort our perception of wrong, encouraging behaviors that prioritize profit over morality. attracting false admirers and moral temptations. The possession of wealth can attract not only false admirers seeking personal benefits, but also the temptation to compromise our moral integrity in exchange for financial power. People drawn to our financial status may not be interested in us as individuals, but rather in the advantages our wealth can provide. This superficial type of relationship can lead to disappointments and disillusionment as we discover the true motivations of those around us. Responsibility and ethical deviations. It is essential to recognize the responsibility that comes with fortune and to be aware of the possible ethical deviations that may arise when achieving the long-awaited material success. With great wealth comes a greater responsibility to act justly and ethically. The temptation to use money to manipulate situations in our favor or to avoid the consequences of our actions can be significant. Therefore, it is essential to maintain a strong sense of responsibility and commitment to our moral values, regardless of the level of wealth we possess. Questioning true priorities in our lives. A profound reflection on the hidden dangers of prosperity invites us to question the true priorities in our lives. Epicurus challenges us to consider whether the relentless pursuit of wealth is genuinely aligned with what we deeply value. Material wealth, while it may bring comfort and security, does not guarantee happiness or lasting satisfaction. Prioritizing integrity, honesty, and emotional well-being may be more rewarding in the long run than any amount of financial wealth. Preserving our integrity and values. Highlighting the importance of preserving our integrity and values in the face of the seductions of wealth and power, Epicurus' philosophy encourages us to maintain a balanced perspective on money. Recognizing the dangers associated with fortune, we can seek a path that values simplicity, authenticity, and human connection above material gain. In doing so, we can live a fuller and more meaningful life, where wealth serves as a means to a greater end rather than a final goal in itself. Fifth teaching: do not place all your hopes in a single goal. Following Epicurus' teachings, we are invited to consider the importance of diversifying our goals and aspirations. Placing all our expectations and dreams in a single target can be risky, as failure in that isolated objective can be devastating. Epicurus encourages us not to invest all our hopes in a single trajectory, but rather to explore different horizons to find fulfillment in various areas of our lives. Risks of focusing on a single goal. Concentrating all our hopes on a single goal can create immense pressure and a paralyzing fear of failure. When our entire sense of value and purpose is tied to a single goal, any obstacle or setback along that path can cause intense suffering and a sense of helplessness. Uncertainty is a constant in life, and we do not always have control over all the variables that can affect the outcome of our efforts. Diversification of goals and aspirations. Diversifying our goals and aspirations means expanding our perspectives and seeking fulfillment in multiple areas. This may include professional, personal, academic, social, or spiritual goals. By maintaining a variety of goals, we increase our chances of success in at least some of them, even if others do not materialize as expected. This approach allows us to experience and learn in different ways, enriching our life experience. Flexibility and resilience. Pursuing multiple paths towards success provides us with flexibility and resilience to adapt to the changing circumstances of life. Flexibility enables us to adjust our plans and find new opportunities when faced with obstacles. Resilience, on the other hand, is the ability to recover from failures and move forward while maintaining our emotional well-being. Diversifying our goals better prepares us to deal with the inevitable uncertainties and changes that life presents. Expanding horizons. Epicurus encourages us to explore different horizons to find fulfillment in various areas of our life. This may involve pursuing new passions, developing diverse skills, and building meaningful relationships. By cultivating diversified interests, we not only increase our chances of success, but also enrich our lives with a variety of experiences and knowledge. Balancing our aspirations is crucial for healthy and sustainable personal development. Focusing solely on one goal can lead to burnout and imbalance, neglecting other important areas of life such as relationships, health, and leisure. Diversifying our goals helps us maintain balance, ensuring that we do not jeopardize our emotional and mental well-being for the sake of a single objective. Perspective and fulfillment. By not placing all our hopes in a single goal, we maintain a broader perspective on what success and fulfillment mean. Life is multifaceted, and our happiness and satisfaction derive from a combination of achievements and experiences in various areas. By diversifying our goals, we allow each area of our life to contribute to our overall sense of well-being and fulfillment. Epicurus teaches us that diversifying our goals and aspirations is a wise strategy for dealing with life's uncertainties. By pursuing multiple paths, we increase our opportunities for success and personal development while strengthening our resilience and flexibility. This balanced approach enables us to find satisfaction and fulfillment in various areas, promoting a sense of well-being and lasting contentment. Sixth teaching: developing true inner wealth. Developing true inner wealth is like discovering a hidden treasure within oneself. Epicurus' Stoic philosophy invites us to transcend the incessant pursuit of material wealth and leads us to find true fulfillment and inner contentment. Transcending the pursuit of material wealth. Epicurus encourages us to go beyond the relentless pursuit of material possessions and to focus on the development of our inner world. External riches, while they may offer temporary comfort and security, are often fleeting and vulnerable to external circumstances. In contrast, true inner wealth is enduring and unshakable, as it depends on our own ability to find peace and contentment within ourselves. Self-acceptance and gratitude. Imagine yourself as a sturdy and robust tree, whose roots are deeply rooted in the soil of self-acceptance and gratitude. These roots symbolize the solid foundation of a rich inner life, built upon the acceptance of who we are and appreciation for what we have. When we accept our imperfections and are grateful for the small things in life, we strengthen our emotional resilience and our ability to face challenges. Emotional stability. Just as the tree trunk remains unshakable during storms, learning to value what we have becomes the true secret to lasting happiness. Epicurus teaches that emotional stability comes from understanding that true happiness does not depend on external factors, but on our inner state. When we cultivate an attitude of gratitude and acceptance, we become more capable of maintaining serenity even amidst difficulties. Serenity and inner peace. By abandoning the insatiable pursuit of material possessions and turning inward, we discover that true wealth resides in serenity, inner peace, and gratitude for the simple things in life. Serenity is the state of calmness and tranquility that arises when we are in harmony with our thoughts and emotions. Inner peace is the feeling of well-being that comes from accepting and being at peace with our circumstances. Gratitude for the little things. The practice of gratitude is a powerful tool for developing inner wealth. By focusing on the little things that bring joy and contentment, we learn to appreciate the beauty and value of simple moments. Gratitude helps us recognize and value the blessings that often go unnoticed, such as a friend's smile, a breathtaking sunset, or the feeling of peace after a day's work. Personal growth. Developing true inner wealth also involves a continuous commitment to personal growth. This includes the pursuit of self-awareness, the practice of virtues such as patience, compassion, and humility, and the cultivation of meaningful relationships. By dedicating ourselves to our inner development, we enrich our lives in ways that material wealth could never provide. Epicurus teaches us that true wealth lies not in material possessions, but in the development of a rich and satisfying inner life. By cultivating self-acceptance, gratitude, serenity, and inner peace, we discover the hidden treasure within ourselves. This inner wealth provides us with lasting and unshakable happiness, regardless of external circumstances. By following these principles, we become more resilient, balanced, and capable of finding joy in the little things in life. Seventh teaching, reflecting on the inevitability of death. Reflecting on the inevitability of death challenges us to live with greater awareness and appreciation for life. Epicurus' Stoic philosophy invites us to view death not as a distant event, but as a natural and unavoidable part of human existence. Facing death as a natural part of existence. Epicurus teaches us to see death as an inevitability that we will all face. Death is as natural as birth and is part of the cycle of life. By acknowledging this, we can alleviate the paralyzing fear that often accompanies thoughts of death. Instead of avoiding or denying its existence, we can integrate it into our understanding of life, accepting it as a fundamental truth. Valuing the present moment. By recognizing that death is the ultimate fate for all, we are compelled to value each present moment and focus on what is truly meaningful in our lives. Knowing that our time is limited encourages us to live with intensity and purpose. Each day becomes a precious opportunity to create memories, achieve our goals, and nurture our relationships. Awareness of finiteness reminds us not to waste our time on trivial concerns or activities that do not bring us joy and satisfaction. Guiding our choices and priorities. Instead of fearing the end, we can use awareness of finiteness to guide our choices and priorities. This perspective helps us focus on what truly matters and eliminate the unnecessary. We can ask ourselves if our daily actions align with our long-term values and goals. Reflecting on death gives us clarity to live authentically, seeking what makes us happy and fulfilled. Appreciating the journey of life. Accepting the cycle of life and death leads us to appreciate the experiences, relationships, and fleeting moments that make up our journey. Each encounter, each challenge, and each victory become more meaningful when we recognize their transience. This acceptance helps us to be more present and engaged in daily experiences, valuing the small details that together create a full and rich life. Cultivating gratitude for life. By embracing this universal truth, we are able to cultivate a deep gratitude for the opportunity to be alive. Death reminds us not to take life for granted, but to appreciate each moment and recognize the value of the people and experiences around us. This gratitude can transform our perspective, making us more positive, resilient, and satisfied with our lives. Leaving a positive legacy. Reflecting on death also motivates us to consider the legacy we will leave for future generations. What do we want people to remember about us? How can we positively impact the world around us? These questions lead us to act in ways that our values and contributions are remembered and honored. By focusing on leaving a positive legacy, we live with a sense of purpose and responsibility, aware that our actions have a lasting impact. Epicurus teaches us that by reflecting on the inevitability of death, we can live with greater awareness and appreciation for life. Accepting death as a natural part of existence frees us to live authentically and fully, valuing each moment and making choices that truly matter. This understanding allows us to cultivate a deep gratitude for life and motivates us to leave a positive legacy for future generations. By embracing this truth, we find a deep source of meaning and purpose in our journey. Eighth teaching, humility, the fertile ground that nurtures knowledge and wisdom. Humility is like the fertile ground that nurtures the seeds of knowledge and wisdom. In the context of Epicurus' Stoic philosophy, humility is seen as an essential virtue for personal and spiritual growth. By incorporating humility into our lives, we make room to learn from experiences, mistakes, and successes. Recognizing our limitations. Humility teaches us to recognize our limitations. By accepting that we don't know everything and that we are fallible, we become more receptive to continuous learning. This attitude helps us avoid excessive pride and arrogance, which can hinder our personal growth. Instead, we cultivate openness to new ideas and perspectives, allowing us to expand our knowledge and develop a more balanced view of the world. Learning from experiences. By adopting humility, we make space to learn from all experiences, both positive and negative. Facing our mistakes with humility allows us to turn them into opportunities for growth. Instead of feeling defeated by failures, we can analyze them constructively, extracting valuable lessons that help us avoid the same mistakes in the future. Humility provides us with the resilience necessary to continue learning and evolving throughout life. Appreciating others' contributions. Humility teaches us to appreciate others' contributions. Recognizing that everyone has something valuable to offer helps us cultivate genuine respect for others. This posture allows us to learn from others' experiences and knowledge, enriching our own understanding. Humility also helps us develop empathy and compassion, creating deeper and more meaningful connections with the people around us. Cultivating gratitude. Humility is closely linked to gratitude. By adopting a humble attitude, we are more likely to recognize and value the blessings and opportunities in our lives. Gratitude helps us focus on the positive, appreciate the little things, and maintain a balanced perspective. This practice strengthens our emotional well-being and helps us face challenges with a more positive and resilient attitude. Expanding our understanding of the universe. By adopting a humble attitude, we are able to expand our understanding of the universe. Humility encourages us to maintain an open and curious mind, always willing to learn and explore. This openness allows us to see beyond our own experiences and beliefs, broadening our view of the world and strengthening our connection with reality. Humility helps us recognize the complexity and interconnectedness of all things, promoting a sense of awe and respect for the universe. Strengthening our human connections. Humility strengthens our connections with other human beings. When we approach others with humility, we create an environment of trust and mutual respect. This attitude allows us to build more authentic and meaningful relationships based on empathy and understanding. Humility helps us be more approachable and receptive, facilitating communication and collaboration. Finding the true greatness of the soul. It is in humility that we find the true greatness of the soul. The simplicity and authenticity that come with humility connect us to the essence of life and the universe. Humility allows us to live more authentically, honoring our values and fundamental principles. This virtue helps us avoid superficiality and focus on what truly matters, promoting a more meaningful and satisfying life. Epicure's Stoic philosophy teaches us that humility is a fundamental virtue for personal and spiritual growth. By incorporating humility into our lives, we recognize our limitations, learn from all experiences, appreciate others' contributions, and cultivate gratitude. Humility helps us expand our understanding of the universe, strengthen our human connections, and find the true greatness of the soul. It is this humble attitude that allows us to live authentically and meaningfully, connecting us to the essence of life and the universe. Ninth teaching: taking responsibility for your actions. Taking responsibility for your actions is like taking the helm of a ship in rough seas. In Epicure's Stoic philosophy, personal responsibility is seen as the anchor that keeps us steady and oriented amidst the storms of life. The importance of personal responsibility. By recognizing that we are solely responsible for our choices, thoughts, and attitudes, we gain full freedom to forge our own path and shape our destiny. Personal responsibility gives us control over our lives, allowing us to be active protagonists rather than passive spectators. This self-sufficiency is essential for the development of a fulfilling and satisfying life. Self-determination and freedom. Self-determination is a valuable gift that allows us to transcend the condition of mere passive spectators of our own existence and transforms us into conscious protagonists of our journey. When we take responsibility for our actions, we free ourselves from the bonds of victimization and fatalism. This freedom is powerful, as it empowers us to make decisions that reflect our values and goals, guiding us towards a future we wish to build. Growth and learning. Taking responsibility for our actions not only strengthens our character, but also enables us to constantly grow, learn, and evolve towards the best version of ourselves. By acknowledging our mistakes and successes, we develop the ability to learn from every experience. This process of self-reflection and correction is essential for personal growth, helping us identify areas for improvement and develop our skills and knowledge. Character strengthening. Personal responsibility strengthens our character, cultivating virtues such as integrity, honesty, and discipline. When we commit to being responsible for our actions, we become more reliable and respectable, both in the eyes of others and in our own. This integrity is the foundation of healthy and authentic relationships, where trust and mutual respect are fundamental pillars. Facing challenges with resilience. Instead of blaming others or fate, we are challenged to look inward and become the architects of our own happiness. This mindset allows us to face challenges with resilience, knowing that we have the power to influence the outcome of our circumstances. Resilience is the ability to recover and thrive in the face of adversity, and it is strengthened when we take responsibility for our life and actions. Making conscious decisions. Taking responsibility also implies making conscious and deliberate decisions. Instead of acting impulsively or blindly following others, we weigh our choices based on our values and goals. This conscious approach helps us align our actions with our long-term aspirations, promoting a more intentional and satisfying life. Contributing to the common good. In addition to benefiting personally, individual responsibility contributes to the common good. When each of us takes responsibility for our actions, we create a fairer and more ethical society. This collective responsibility is essential for the harmonious functioning of the community, where each individual plays their role with integrity and awareness. Epicure's Stoic philosophy teaches us that taking responsibility for our actions is fundamental to living a full and meaningful life. By taking the helm of our own ship, we gain the freedom to shape our destiny and become protagonists of our own story. This personal responsibility strengthens our character, promotes growth and resilience, and allows us to positively contribute to society. Thus, we embrace the challenge of being the architects of our own happiness, continuously growing and evolving towards the best version of ourselves. 10th teaching: extracting benefits from experiences, learning from life. Always extract the benefit from experiences, making the most of the lessons that life offers you. According to Epicurus, the ability to extract the positive side of each situation is entirely in your hands. Even in the face of the most complex challenges and adverse circumstances, it is up to you to decide whether you will learn from these experiences or allow them to go unnoticed. The choice is in your hands. Seeing difficulties as opportunities for growth and personal development is a wise and transformative attitude. Even when we face challenging situations, we have the power to choose our response. We can choose to sink into negativity or find ways to grow and evolve from these experiences. This perspective puts control over our growth and well-being in our own hands. Learning and personal development. By choosing to leverage difficult moments to gain wisdom and strengthen your inner resilience, you become the architect of your own growth. Every challenge faced, every obstacle overcome, offers a unique opportunity for learning and personal growth. These experiences make us stronger, wiser, and better prepared to face future challenges. Transforming challenges into opportunities. Do not underestimate the transformative power that each challenge can provide on your journey towards self-discovery and self-realization. When we face challenges with an open and positive mindset, we can discover new skills, perspectives, and internal resources that were previously dormant. Each obstacle overcome brings us one step closer to our goals and strengthens us to face future challenges with confidence and determination. Focus on personal growth. The pursuit of personal growth and continuous development is a constant and rewarding journey. By extracting the benefits from experiences, you commit to seeking learning opportunities in every life situation. This requires an open mind, humility, and willingness to step out of your comfort zone. However, the fruits of this effort are invaluable as they allow us to reach our full potential and live a more meaningful and satisfying life. Extracting benefits from experiences is an essential skill for a fulfilling and satisfying life. By choosing to learn from every situation, you empower yourself to grow, evolve, and become the best version of yourself. Do not underestimate the transformative power that each challenge can have in your life. Instead, embrace these experiences as opportunities for growth and personal development, allowing them to guide you on your journey towards self-discovery and self-realization. I hope you enjoyed exploring these important Stoic principles with me. Remember to apply them in your daily lives to cultivate a strong and resilient mindset. Until the next video.